What makes you happy? It's a question that we ask ourselves a lot, but depending on the person, it either never changes or changes every time. Some people say their friends and family, others say achievements, and some rattle off simple pleasures. There's no way to truly define it. It's the same with all other emotions, and that's what makes our emotions special. So special that we uniquely experience our emotions in spirals. Emotions build upon each other like snowballs and grow in size until they're forced to revert. Each one of them is necessary and none of them exists without the other. I've come to learn that we can't control our emotions, the things we feel. We can only control how we react to them. We can only control how they spiral. Take away someone's biggest achievement or a loved one, and sadness is inevitable, no matter how stoic or tough they claim to be. Watch someone win the biggest challenge of their life and watch them be unable to contain their joy. We were never meant to have control of what we feel. We were meant to have control of how we feel it. The other day, I was looking back on my achievements, and I was disappointed that I never pursued music like I wanted to when I was a kid. I felt like it was too late for me to, and I eventually accepted this reality and swallowed my pride as I go about my day. I scroll on Instagram and see a kid half my age running a successful business. I wish I would have done that. I go to lunch to grab a bite to eat, only to see a group of guys that look as though they've been working much harder in the gym than I ever did. I really wish I would have just picked something and stuck with it, and maybe I'd be great at something by now. I pull out my phone and look at statistics of how most people aren't successful in those categories of life anyway, to make myself feel better, and unfortunately I can't seem to confirm my bias. And thus, the spiral continues. It continues down and down until I fall into this loop of self-pity, or I deny it altogether and inflate my own ego to avoid feeling sad. But that is where I went wrong, trying to avoid the unavoidable. You can't not feel. You can only tell yourself that you can't. Control the spiral. The next day I get up and I start working on my videos again. I went to class and eventually came back home exhausted. I called my mom and told her about my work and my day, and she told me she was proud of me. Those words motivated me like crazy, and I spent the entire night practicing editing. I wake up with no sleep but didn't care. I went to the gym and showed people what I had been working on for the first time in my entire life. I was filled with pride. I had friends calling me to congratulate me. I had family tell me they were excited for me. And all I wanted to do was keep going. The week at school that I was dreading turned into me finishing all my assignments on Monday so I could work on videos. The people that I compared myself to stopped existing, not because they weren't around, but because I wasn't around to see them. I was in my own world, working to earn more time to do what I like to do. I was spiraling upwards. When you focus on what you lack, you lose what you have. When you focus on what you have, you gain what you lack. Always appreciate the fall when it's over, the downward spiral. Most likely it's trying to teach you something. But there's a fine line between appreciating the lows and living in them. Every minute you spend looking down is a risk, because your next upward spiral could be right behind you.